All right, I'm for Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV. We're still talking this new Ricky Rose album, Rather You Than Me. Pretty good project. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Pretty good project from Ricky Rose. And another thing that a lot of people are talking about is this track, the intro actually, Apple of My Eye. And out the gate, Ricky Rose is speaking on something that up until this point, Ricky Rose has had nothing but positive energy. Shout out to the big homie Ricky Rose, by the way. He has had nothing but positive energy towards the Meek Mill relationship. When they were together, he was like, look, shout out to Meek Mill for having Nicki Minaj. He even rapped about it in his tracks. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know this is just an industry, right? There's so many fake relationships, it's ridiculous. He was one of the people saying, I support homie with Nicki Minaj. I like it, it's a good look. He said all of this, right? And when Meek and Nicki broke up at the top of the year, I don't know if you remember or not, on my channel, I have a interview with Charlamagne the God. It was a brilliant Idiots interview. And Rose told Charlamagne, I expected Nicki Minaj to go back and work with Drake and work back with Wayne. I expected that because they got so much history was the term that he coined when he said it. Well, either Ricky Rose's thoughts on the situation have changed. Maybe he's talked to Meek privately about some things that happened with Nicki. Maybe he didn't like some of the things that came out in the midst of the Remy Ma beef, or Nicki Minaj dropping a new record at Meek. I don't know when this Apple of My Eye track was done, but something has really ticked Ricky Rose off, not with just Birdman, but he's shooting shots pretty much at the entire Cash Money. I told Meek, this is in the verse, I told Meek I wouldn't trust Nicki. Instead of beefing with your dog, you just gave him some distance. We all make mistakes. Let's not be too specific. You'd rather be a killer than a statistic. I just like this record so much. I'm gonna just keep it going a little bit. And never fold. No, I never ran. Oh my soul, I'll roll like an avalanche. I thank the Lord I got some great friends. That's why every bottle I open, I say amen. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone there. Just bars of positivity and how the man is living. Let's talk about what he said. I told Meek I wouldn't trust Nicki. First and foremost, don't you think it's ironic that Ricky Rose really doesn't care for anybody in Cash Money, Young Money outside of Wayne? Like, you know what I'm saying? He bigged up Wayne, but he pretty much dissed everybody else in Cash Money on his album. Well, Birdman and Nicki. Yes, Nicki's Cash Money because Young Money isn't really a thing. All right, there's no paperwork to Young Money. There's paperwork to Cash Money. With that being said, he said, look, I wouldn't have lost that relationship with Drake over Nicki Minaj. A lot of people believe that Nicki Minaj was in Meek's ear, telling him, gassing him up. A lot of people in the industry believe Nicki Minaj is fake. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there. I've never met Nicki Minaj. I don't know if that's going to ever happen. Even if my platform gets to the ultimate high, I don't know if that's going to happen. I've never met Nicki, but I hear nothing but bad things about this person. And he talking about a woman who's done a lot of positive with women, with girls. You know, you hear about her doing things. But I don't hear one good thing about this person for everybody who's newer. As a matter of fact, when Meek was with her, you could argue that he was speaking the most positive of anybody who had ever been with her. Remember, Safari didn't really talk like that. And from the relationship we seen, Safari was just a chick in the relationship. He had no say-so in anything. Nicki would do videos, kissing men, and twerking on Drake while she was with Safari. And this dude had to sit back and let that be, maybe that speaks to her character. But Rose's like, look, you lost Drake. And let's take it a step further. Rose didn't say this, but losing Drake in hip-hop was a huge thing for Meek Mill. Maybe you look at the negative, maybe you look at the positive. The negative, Meek Mill has been tied to the word L ever since he dissed Drake. And Back to Back and Charged Up came out. Meek Mill's name has been tied to the word L. Like, I know niggas who spell Meek Mill MEEKMI capital LL because they get this nigga so many L's. He really started the social media L era for hip hop. Like, we handed him that L first. And you look at it and you can argue, was it worth it? I would argue that it was worth it. But the thing with Meek, he still puts out good to great music. But Rose's like, you shouldn't have did that. You lost that relationship over a chick, over speculation. Now, to be fair, Meek has come out and say it's deeper than that. It has something to do with a concert that Drake didn't come to. It has something to do with not writing his own lyrics. I'll even take it a step further. Meek looked at Drake not as a friend, but as somebody who was just an untouchable figure. And when Meek tweeted about Drake, he didn't think it had as much impact. I don't think Meek knew his impact. He was just fresh off being with Nicki. He had just got with her. I don't think Meek knew his impact online. And I really believe Rick Ross thinks Meek should have avoided the beef with Drake, because it put Rose in a tough spot. You're talking about somebody, and me, I love Diced Pineapples. That's one of my classic records. And Rose can't even play it or perform it. That's how it is right now, because he's looking like, damn, I just lost some money with Drake. Drake was a nice asset. Anybody that works with Drake, you are one Drake verse away from a hit record. That is the reality of the situation. And Rose's like, dude, was it really worth it? Drake write this shit or not? Was it worth it? There's a lot of niggas getting help on lyrics. You took this shit to Twitter. And it's kind of Rose acknowledging that Meek made mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. Let's not be too specific. He's saying that was a mistake. Rose has never really went against his artist. That's kind of going against his artist, but giving some harsh father-son reality to the situation. You was wrong. You was wrong for doing that to Drake. And now you look crazy, because Nicki's back working with Drake, back going on tour with Drake, and you look stupid. You look stupid. You did all this, and Drake literally lived out his lyrics. If y'all don't get to give the boy from Canada no credit, that nigga said, not even when she tell you that y'all better as friends. And it looks like y'all friends. Now, granted, I've heard Meek has had his wrongs in their relationship, but it is what it is, man. Rose tells Meek Mill, I told you to stay away from Nicki. I wouldn't have trusted her. What do you think about those comments? Thank y'all for the time, love, and support. I don't take it for granted. Salute. I'm out. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@ismrtelefarrell.com. Again, that's booking@ismrtelefarrell.com.